Good morning, y'all. It's King Rip. Happy Taco Tuesday. I got some strategies for y'all. Got some strategies, some more strategies for our country. You feel me? If we know council culture, who they are, if we know they're gonna run to a woman and a child, if we already know how they end it, because we got all types of stuff already that's in place to help those who are being, manipulated and all this other stuff. You feel me? Let me give you all an example of when I ended them and how we did everything. All of those traffic victims were in court. Those officers who was behind all the prostitution and all that, they were pissed. You know why? Because we already knew about them and they found out. A lot of those officers also died. A lot of the rest of them got arrested. The cybercrime, the cannibalistic claims, all of that got found out. So you want to end this a little more faster and not see these idiots running to women, running to children, trying to pretend, this is happening, and then the next moment they're saying all this weird stuff of, we're trying to help you. How's them dying trying to do that? If you remove and arrest all the illegal stuff that we don't want to see no more, take who they're going to run to. Take them away. Let them go before justice. Let them go before the judge. Tell their story. Get their money, because they're going to get paid a lot of money. A lot of millions. Because a batch was behind that. Do you get what I'm saying? It's illegal for any of that stuff to transpire and happen anyway. And this is what we did last time, just to speed it up. And this was from state to state. So if those people are off, gone before the judge, just like if CPS is called on how they're treating their children, how they're neglecting their children, how they're not going to school, how they're just sitting back hiding and a gang of filth, if CPS is called, if those teachers are enforced to do their job, then people go before the judge. When people go before the judge, now they have to tell their story. And what is they going to find out? What was in their phones? What was everything? Then they'll know who was being manipulated and who was participating. They'll know who ran to who and who didn't have to run to nobody. They'll know who was in their phone behind the scene trying to cause all this confusion. They'll know his identity, which they already know, but they'll just tie him to more cases against them. And last I checked, DOJ is already suing that county jail for working in filth. That's basically Skid Row. And it shouldn't be that way. That's not federally required. You get what I'm saying? So on this Happy Tuesday, just like I gave plenty of times of strategies to end a lot of stuff, now y'all know how to end this. Because when I was in court, those traffic victims were laughing. You know why? Because they knew they had a gang of millions. Those officers were caught. They were caught red-handed. Understand how a lot of them got healed. I don't know not one that haven't. They already debriefed them, knew how COVID was being spread, knew how diseases were being spread. If you don't want to see none of that stuff and you know it's illegal, report it. Because if you're not doing for our country is not finna do for you. And that's what council culture is figuring out now. We're against them. We're against them. Nothing that they're doing was doing anything. When they made noise, it caused attention to themselves. When they talked loud and brought attention to themselves to be filmed and recorded, we were in silence. We were just looking at them like jackasses. When they dressed dirty and caused all this stench and all these insects to come around, when they threw trash on the floor, doodled all over the floor, bended over, exposing themselves, and the officers are sitting back looking stupid because they're in all the wrong areas, being tracked and monitored. Yeah, get your money. Because that happened every single time. I didn't think it was going to happen this time, but it's going to happen regardless. Because that's what separates them from running to somebody else, claiming that they're friends, but this person got deadly diseases just for trying to listen to them. How that happens, I don't know, and I don't give a damn. Poor decisions. That's the only answer I got. Do you get what I'm saying? There's no excuse. So if they're in court and they deserve their money, they're going to get their money. The judge is going to make sure of that. The feds is going to make sure of that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that's one thing we all know. This is a male group, and it's a male group with anus issues, with their relationship problems. So if you notice, everything ties back to the county jail. Everything ties back to some badge. And those badges tied themselves to the police department and the fire department. That's why they can't do their jobs normal. That's why it's a gang of a weird looking group of badges running around trying to act like they're doing something righteous or something legal, and they're not. And then every time they got ended, those females pop right back up on the street smiling. You know why? Because they already know they got money. That's just for sure. That's for sure. Do you get what I'm saying? So people trying to get other people fired, those are hate crimes. People trying to discriminate or block other people, those are also hate crimes. It don't pay to be a hater. That's a federal crime now. It don't pay to be dirty. That's a federal crime now. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's unsanitary. You have to sanitize. In order to even run a business in this country, you have to be clean. So when we're catching those metros and they're not clean, no, we're getting paid. When we're catching those transients and they're not clean, no, we're getting paid. Because their job is to clean, not to sit back and tell people where to sit, where to piss at, where to smoke at, who to smoke around. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, COVID is gone. What are you trying to share your lungs with everybody and you can't even get high? You smoking all this stuff and your eyes is wide and clear. You're not even acting like you can get high because you can't get high. That don't even look cool to make somebody want to smoke with you. Do you get what I'm saying? So if them women is separated, if those children are reported, what do you think is going to happen to those men that's behind all the weird stuff? Openly talking about it when we're already moving against crime in our country. What do you think is going to happen to them? They ain't got nobody to run to. They damn for sure showed they could have run to each other. They let everybody know they ain't fighters, they talkers. Do you get what I'm saying? They ain't tough guys. What happened every time I went out there and y'all see, oh, we're trying to do this, we're trying to do that, and the subject jumped from this and this and this like it was a smear or something, like it was a gaslight. What they were trying to do. Not a damn thing but a on and off, up and down volume level. Trying to talk with their devices as if they were Bumblebee. You gotta be a lonely piece of crap to think that somebody can walk down the street and you got a message for them that's not on their phone. That message is for him that's playing it. So if they're being reported, if those women get in front of the judge, those children get in front of the judge, what do you think's finna come out? Who is trying to manipulate them? Who is trying to give them all these other diseases, and then they can start on their process to reversing everything? Do you get what I'm saying? They could get their money and go against what was wrong in the first place. Because if somebody's a part of you, they shouldn't have to run to you. Like my way back from Costco yesterday. They're in somebody's phone that's one of them, and they sitting back looking stupid. We don't give a damn how you trying to dress in gang colors. You're not gangster if you got a cop in your phone telling you to be a predator. That ain't gangster. That's stupid, and you on camera. So report it if you see it. And speed this process up so we can get into our court system and we can go ahead on that level and begin to go ahead and finish doing what we're doing. Because life will go on regardless. We're gonna get our money. We're gonna sue. That's just inevitable. You feel me? So y'all do what y'all do and y'all keep doing it. But know that's what's been happening from state to state. And this is why they're in their state of mind of we're caught.